Audio check. All right. Good Saturday afternoon. Yabba Dabba Doo sports fans, welcome back. Home games this time, friendly confines, Shady Side Ice Arena. Your Pittsburgh Steel City Select 16U girls, home whites. Let those blacks air out after a number of away games. I got a problem here with the tripod. We'll get that adjusted. We'll get Kristen to sit down, and we'll get this game underway. Your selects in their home whites. Blue Jackets haven't taken the ice yet. This should be in their traveling blues. And warm-up clock hasn't started yet. We got 3 on it. I'll let you know when it starts, and we'll be back for puck drop. As soon as we get some of these fans to take a seat, you'll be able to see the warm-up. We'll wait for the Blue Jackets. I'll be back when they come out. Oh, here they come. These Ohio AAA Blue Jackets, traveling blues with white and red trim. Now that warm-up clock started. We got 3 on it. I'll be back for puck drop on Wicked Slapshot Productions. All right, we are ready to go here. Puck's picked up, put away Mrazek letting the ref choose a couple for the game. I got a lot of parents really close here, so we'll see if they behave. The angles here are challenging at best, the way this ice is set up. So you may get some block views because they can't stay seated. There's another one. Looks like Kanachi taking the long skate to my right for Pipes for game one. We're going to play these same Blue Jackets tonight at Barrel. Kinger, Clardy, Pilarski, Kiesel, and Zivy starting off. Marshall down with a melon, Klein down with a knee. Apparently we've got a call-up from Wilkes-Barre. I'll have to figure that out as we need to get Tina to sit down in the front now. This puck back. Blue Jackets back to the far corner. Clardy picks it up behind the goaltender. Into the near corner where we're going to struggle to see. She drops it back. I think that's Kinger back there up ahead to Zivkovic. Zivkovic. Now it comes back out. Kiesel. Kiesel sends it ahead. Too far for Pilarski. She chips it down the far wall. Loses it. Gains it coming back across. Still skating. Pulled down. No call. Clardy around the backside. Clardy. Loses it. Leaves it for Kinger. Kinger. Try to put it in front of Pilarski out to Zivkovic. Zivkovic throws it. Goaltender gloves it. First stoppage. 15-27. We will do it again. Near circle. Bar fight. Makasenka and Stevens coming out here now with Klein out. Stevens moving up the play here. Looks like Bar fight's going to play center. Bar fight over towards Stevens. Stevens out to Zivkovic. Zivkovic throws it off Makasenka. It's loose in front. Bar fight can't get a stick on it. And here comes out to the far point. Blue Jackets up the far side for their first rush into the far corner. They come around Kiesel. Kiesel knocks it. Zivkovic knocks that player out of there. Bar fight in the near corner battling. And they're going to continue to battle there. Around back for Zivy. She didn't put the wheels on. Kiesel will pick it up. Kiesel bounces it up out to the rig. Rig picks it up, sends it up ahead to Makasenka. Makasenka on her own as they go for a change. She's taking heavy pressure. We've got to get Marshall to sit down. Marsh! There she sits down. And now Desai with a shot. Goaltender with a glove. And we get a stoppage. Now everybody's moving again. And that cleared a bunch of parents out of here, so that should help. And now we've got battling up the near wall back to Swiss Army Niner playing D. She loses it to a Blue Jacket. Blue Jackets come in with it. Pressure from Desai and Taylor around the backside. Blue Jackets pick it up. Kanachi says no, doorstep. Comes out to the near circle. And now we've got the puck here on the near wall down around behind Blue Jackets. They try to center, cut off by Desai. She loses it to a Jacket behind. Off the front, off Kanachi, Yenny pushes it over to Detling, and they bumble it out of the zone, but not much farther than that. As this comes back, Swiss Army Niner picks it up, chips it up off the wall, but not out. Back across in front to Desai. Desai up the wall, and not out, now out to Yenny. Yenny up the near wall. Yenny, Detling, Taylor. Yenny sends it across for Detling. Too far, comes back out to neutral. And the Jackets come back, and they bumbled that at the blue line, have to regroup. They send it in down the near wall. It's hard for you to see in these near corners, but we'll call what we can see. Jackets around back, try to center, knocked down by Schuler over to the far wall, where Schuler's going to pick that up. Schuler bats at it, sends it ahead to Detling, sends it back. Jackets pick it up there. Jackets, near wall. They send it across, and Pilarski skates across with it, loses her stick. And she regains the battle, and now they send it to the near circle. Shot. Kanachi blocks that with the blocker up to the wall behind her, and here comes Schuler. Schuler across with authority to Yenny, who can't handle the pass. Now it banks down into the near corner, where Dahl's going to go chase it down around behind. Dahl up the near wall for Pilarski. Jackets take it off at Dahl in the corner. They take it around to the far corner now. Here they come out to the far point, drop it low to the corner. Looking for a center, comes through everybody to the near wall where Clardy's going to pick it up. No, Dahl can't clean it out of there. Now it comes back to the far point, swept out. Here comes Clardy. Clardy through neutral. Clardy around. Clardy getting molested. Shot. Goaltender with the save in the cover. And 12:30, we will get a stoppage. And here comes my buddy Jason Zivkovic, and he will more than appreciate my Ohio State outfit. I'm wearing all my scarlet and gray today, and Zivy appreciates that because one of my kids and some of my money goes to Ohio State now. Many of you know that. Here come the Blue Jackets up the near wall into the near corner. They come around behind. No, they don't get behind. Pilarski battling. Zivkovic battling. And now they come up to the near point, now around back behind, where Kiesel's going to go battle. Kiesel battling behind the net. Jackets take it off her, come up the near wall. Up to the near point. They battle it back. It comes all the way back around, and that will be on net, so no icing. This one, they battle it into the corner. It comes around the backside. And this one comes up the near wall. Rigg cuts it off. Rigg still battling with it. Rigg out to the point to Desai. Desai lower to the Rigg. Rigg with room. Can't knock it in. And this one's going to get cheated up. Makasenka tips it. Comes back out to Desai. Desai throws it in. Makasenka near wall. They're all gathered together here. Makasenka with a shot directed over to the far corner. Off the paddle of the goaltender. Around behind. Makasenka cuts that off. Out front to the Rigg. Rigg top right corner. And it's 1-0. And that goal from the Rigg brought to you by MJ Coulter Trucking, official sponsor of the Big Rig. Rigg from the high slot. And it's 1-0 as Dahl comes over to attack me. Kiesel's not here, so Dahl comes over. 1-0 on a high slot goal from the Rigg. And bar fight, Desai and Stevens up front with Swiss Army Niner and Makasenka on the back end. So we got the all-nickname line out here with Swiss Army Niner, bar fight, and the Rigg as a couple of them headed off after that draw. Jackets up too far for Taylor, and this one's going to come all the way back down. Swiss Army Niner skates over, high up and out of the rink. Stripes didn't see it hit the bench. It definitely did, and they're going to keep playing it. Around back, Kanachi knocks that down with the paddle into the near corner. Yenny up the wall. All the way around, they're going to knock it down off the icing with a tip, and the Jackets will pick it up behind. And this one comes all the way back through neutral, where Dahl's going to chase it down in the top of the backyard. Dahl up the wall to Yenny, battling below us. You can't see it. I can barely see it. And now they send it across. And this one comes all the way around, and the Jackets are bumbling at the blue line. Too far for Schuler. She regains it. She stops. She's spinning. She falls down on top of a Jacket. They have it behind the net now. They poke it out front. Dahl kicks it. Tips it over to Detling. Detling over to the far wall. Here she comes up the far wall. Detling in front for Yenny. Yenny can't handle the pass back to Taylor. Taylor gets tripped, no call. And now here they come back the other way. Taylor slow, going to head to the bench, I'm sure. Jackets in behind Kanachi. Goes behind off the side of the net, up to the near point. And Rigg saw a lot of net there. I saw what she saw, and she found that top right corner. This one into the near circle. Yenny swipes at it. Yenny still swiping at it off the feet. Loose high slot. Jacket can't get control. Now another one does. Knocked down by Pilarski. Here she comes back through neutral. Pilarski's going to turn this into a break up the far wall. Jacket's in position. She's overskated it. Lost the puck. They grabbed their stick. Dahl overskated. And now here come the Jackets the other way with 9:24. Jackets. They shoot it high over Kanachi in behind. And this one comes over to the near wall. They chip it ahead, and that is Claherty skating up the near wall with it. Puts it off the side of the net. Regains behind, over to the far corner now, behind Stripes. Loses it there, beat, bang, whack. Leaves it for bar fight, now out to Kiesel. Kiesel, golf shot from the point. Goaltender gloves at 8:49. That'll let the Rigg and Makasenka join. And we'll see. Maybe that sponsorship's the fire the Rigg needed to get going. The more she scores, the more it solidifies the fact that Matt has to make that hat. As a matter of fact, just get the hat. We'll find a place to get it engraved in the back, or stitched, I should say. Rigg over to the corner. And this one comes up the near wall, the Jackets. They send it ahead. Zivkovic sends it in deeper. Makasenka going to go to work behind. Sends it out to the Rigg, near point. Rigg shoots, misses everything to the far side, and Kiesel can't hold the point. This one comes out. She actually missed near side. She was trying to go short side on the goalie. Up ahead to the Rigg. Rigg circling. up to Makasenka. Can't handle the pass, and now the Jackets are going to come regroup at the top of the backyard. Bar fight, heavy pressure. They send it into neutral, and they stop, they turn. And Barfight's going to tip it over to the wall, but not out. Barfight stops that player. Dahl tried to put it up there. Kiesel tried to put it up to the rig. Zivvy blocks that shot. Kiesel's going to go whack at it on the wall. Up to Makasenka and out. And this one will get all the way back, and that'll facilitate a change. Jackets circling. Around Yenny. Swiss Army Niner back on D. Shot. Kanachi gloves it, covers it up. 7:41 in the arena. 1-0 on an early goal by the rig. And take it to the far circle. Schilling. Oh, no, you got wrong thought. I thought you guys were all together. You're not. They're somewhere else this weekend. Pilarski going to take this draw. Pilarski puts it out to the point. Shot. Kanachi knocks that down. Sweeps it out of there with the paddle. Now they bring it up the near wall. Somebody got leveled down there. Can't see who. No call, no arms up. More battling on the wall. They send it all the way around, and Swiss Army Niner's going to go battle for it in the corner. They send it around back. Niner still battling. Now it's going to be Pilarski. It's in her feet. Jackets have it in the near corner. They send it up the wall and comes out to Kinger. Here comes Kinger up the far wall. Kinger chips it around, goes behind. Kinger, backhand, no, loses it. Jackets send it up the near wall. In front, now back to Desai. Desai golfs it in front. Jackets clear it away. And they send it up and out. Clawhardy stands that player up. Could have been an interference penalty. Desai. Niner chips it by Kinger. Kinger sends it up ahead to nobody, and it ends up in their zone. Kinger chips it in. She's going to go chase it. Can't get there as she's pulled down. A couple of Jackets. Now they come up the near wall. They send it back through neutral. And here they come. Oh, in on Kanachi. Shot, hit the post and go. It must have been the crossbar the way it deflected out. And this one, Schuler whacks at it, can't get it out. Over to the near corner. Dahl there. They skate around her. Come in. Clawhardy with the shoulder. Pushes the player to the corner. Up the near wall, near point. Traffic shot. Tipped. Kanachi got a blocker on that to knock it over the net. That hit Dahl's stick or skates. Over to the far wall. Schuler applies a hit and gets the worst of it. It's loose down low. Shot. Kanachi with the blocker save. Yeah, Taylor knocking somebody down by the net. Now Kinger is going to flip it up and out of play with 5:48 to go. So we're going to draw back in the zone. 5:48. Taylor, Yenny, Detling, Zivvy, and should be Kiesel on the far point. As Schilling reclaims his number one fan spot. This draw dies and comes out to the point, now near point. Shot from there, doesn't get on net as Kanachi sticks the blocker out. Loose around the backside, Zivvy. Zivvy up to Yenny. Yenny has Detling. She's going to bring it up the near wall. She stops, dumps it at the blue line deep into the corner. Nobody there but Jackets. Detling going to go around the backside kicking at it. Now Taylor comes in. Detling sends it out to the point to Kiesel. Kiesel whacks it. Goaltender gloves it. It was a little high. Goaltender got it in the glove, and we're at 5:02 somehow. Not sure how we got that low. I'm at 5:21. Gary must have been running the clock. I'm behind. We'll fix it next break. This one comes over to the near wall. They send it up ahead. And no, they cannot get it out. Now they'll gain the zone. Down the near wall. And Kiesel picks it up there. Sends it around behind. And they chip it up the wall there. Now it'll be Taylor. Taylor gains the blue line. Dumps. And Jackets are going to pick it up there. Chip it around Yenny. Up the wall to the rig. The rig can't hold it. And now Desai up to the rig. The rig sends it in deeper. Barfight's going to have to do some work. Barfight's going to go back there, battle, but can't do much with it as they take it away and sweep it up the near wall. Goes all the way down and will not be an icing due to the angle as Desai kicks at it. Desai pulled down, and we're getting a penalty here. So with 4:06 to go in the first period, your selects are going to go on the power play. Get the time right here. Get caught up to Gary. And we're going to go on the power play here for a minute 30. Selects power play. Kiesel, Zivy, Claharty, Pilarski, Kinger. Pilarski over to King. King out to Kiesel. Kiesel throws it in front. Missed everything to the far side. Zivy. Zivy to Pilarski. Pilarski around the backside. Pilarski leaves it on the side of the net. Goaltender covers. 3:49. So Klein's on the bench, but not playing. She's just in a jersey. She's out with the knee. As, this one dies on the dot. Pilarski battles it to the wall. King. Now they pick it up there. King. They lose it low. And the Jackets are going to be content to send it over. Zivy holds the point. Zivy over to Kiesel. Kiesel with some room. Kiesel throws it. Misses everything far side. Claharty. Claharty. Down to Kinger. Kinger. Kiesel's wide open up there. Claharty doesn't drop it to her. Shoots. Goaltender gloves it. 3:18 to go. 42 seconds in the penalty. Go over to the far circle here. We're going to keep the same players. Pilarski loses the draw out to Kiesel at the point. Claharty fell down. Kiesel surveying. Comes over to Zivkovic. Zivkovic, no room. He's going to throw it in front. It got tipped by Kinger. Kinger throws it through the back door. Pilarski didn't ever stick down. Back door was open. Pilarski with a shot. Goaltender with an easy save there. 3 minutes flat. This one comes into the near circle now, and here comes Barfight, Stevens, and Makasenko to relieve the front line with 25 seconds to go. Diamond going to take this draw. She loses it into the corner. Going to go battle. Barfight battling hard along the wall, kicking at it. Makasenko back to Barfight, still battling up the wall to Zivkovic. Zivkovic over to Kiesel. Kiesel throws it again. It's loose in front. Barfight with a shot. It's still loose in front. Makasenko can't get a stick on it. Zivkovic throws it. Misses everything to the far side. Rigg skates over. They're not going to get there. They're going to clear it back, and that'll do it. Penalty over. Kiesel whacks at it. Can't keep it away. Now she sends it ahead to a Jacket. Jacket's on the far wall. Rigg with a shoulder. Barfight. Here comes Barfight up the far wall. Oh, tried to dump it. Couldn't. And now they dance around Makasenko. They dance around Barfight. Regroup top of their zone. Makasenko pressuring. Over to the far side. This one up ahead. Taylor leaves it for the Rigg. The Rigg throws it in and heads for a change. Up the near wall come the Jackets. 1:57. Around the backside. Schuler. Dull around the backside now, dangerously in front of her own net, up to Yenny. She can't corral the puck all the way down, and that will be an icing. 1:37, back the other way. Coulter, Taylor, Yenny. No, not Coulter. What am I doing here? That's the wrong team. I'm a mess. Detling, Yenny, Taylor. As Yenny fell down as the shot went by. Schuler and Dull in the backyard. They chip it up the wall. Detling can't clear. Schuler's over there. She falls down. Taylor's whacking at it. Can't get it out. Taylor and Schuler playing with one Jacket, and it's stuck on the wall. Jackets come out of there with it. Up to the far point. Shot from the far point. Kanachi swallows it with her shoulder. And with 1:10, we'll go to the far circle. As this one goes over to the far circle. Pilarski, Claharty, Kinger. Swiss Army Niner and Desai. Far point. Shot from there. Got all the way into Kanachi, who swallows it up again. 1:06. As we're going to get a draw over here again. Pilarski's going to step in. Pilarski sends it up. Far point shot in behind. And they battle there. They beat. They bang. And this one's going to go off Kanachi into the far corner where the Jackets send it to the far point. Throw it lower. Around behind. 48 to go. Zivy sends it up the wall. Clarity there. Can't clear it. Now Kiesel will pick it up. Kiesel loses it to a Jacket in the far corner. They send it into the circle. That Jacket's battling through. Now it gets lower. 34 to go. This line cannot clear it. Loose in front. They backhand over the net. Now around behind. Try to push it out to the far, near circle. Couldn't. They're battling in the corner. Clarity steps up. Tries to knock it forward. Can't. Still in the corner. 21 to go. This one now Clarity will finally clear it as Clarity falls down in open ice. Pilarski up the near wall. Pilarski shot. Brains the goalie. And this one goes over to the far wall with 6 to go. Goalie checking her mask down here. And that'll do it. Period number 1 is over. 1-0 on an MJ Coulter goal by the Big Rig. We'll be back. Period number 2. Stripes calls him out for 2. Bar fight rig, Makasenka, Swiss Army Niner, and Desai. We got the all nickname line out here. We don't have a nickname for Desai or Makasenka, but the 3 nickname girls are all out here together. Period number 2, bar fight. Back to the rig. Here comes the rig through traffic. Pushes it over to the far wall. She beats, she bangs, she battles down the wall, and the Jackets tip it around behind. Bar fight knocks it over to the corner. Bar fight lower, tries to get it back to the rig, does. Rig puts it back to bar fight. Bar fight battling in the corner. We can't see it. Rig tries to send it around for Makasenka. Can't. It's loose low up the wall, and Swiss Army Niner is going to have to retreat as bar fight chases the player. Over to the far wall. Desai pushes to the corner. They dump it deeper. Now around behind. It's loose in front of Kanachi as they push it out to the far point. They pick it up there, and the rig's going to golf it ahead. Too far for Makasenka. That'll go down, and that will be an icing. 15-14 back this way. And we will get a draw in the near circle as Kinger, Claherty, Pilarski, Schuler and Dahl come out for this draw. Pilarski. Jackets win it back to the near point. Send it lower, around the backside. Dahl's going to go battle. Jackets get there first. Now Claherty puts it to the wall. Pilarski around, chips it up the wall. She gets held up by a Jacket. They beat, they bang, they whack. And Kinger tries to come up to Claherty, does, down the near wall. Claherty in on the goaltender, off the pads. Pilarski on the rebound. Now Pilarski battling for it. Jackets take it away. They send it ahead. It goes through Dahl's legs. Player gets right around Dahl, and here she comes on a break. Gets pulled down. No call as Dahl got back into position. Ended up in the net. Now we got it on the near wall. They're battling. And they take it lower. Now back into the corner. We can't see it. Out to the point. And here comes Claherty down the near wall. Claherty with the drag across. Drops it out to Pilarski. Pilarski shoots, misses everything to the near side. Now around the backside. All the way up come the Jackets. Jackets up the near wall. Now into the center shot. Missed by a country mile to the far side on that one. As Zivkovic can't chip it by the Jacket. She falls down. Kiesel. Kiesel around the backside. Kiesel hits the Uno reverse. Kiesel spinning. Still looking for space. Takes a whack. Now she's going to skate it. Red line. Kiesel down the near wall into the corner. Loses it back there, and we were in the middle of a change, bringing out Detling, Taylor, and Yenny. This one gets tipped, comes all the way down, and this one should be... No. Oh, no, they did. They did whistle it. Kiesel. I thought Kiesel was going to get there. She didn't, and they whistle it as an icing. So we're going to come back down here for this one in the near circle. Joey, they crunched that Tina van when they took it in. They made it into a box and sold it for scrap metal. You guys got every nickel of value out of that van. As Taylor loses the draw. Around the backside, up the wall. Detling can't get a stick on it. Now into the corner. They push it around. Taylor got stood up. Zivy knocks it deeper in behind. Knocked down by a Jacket. Yenny picks it up. Yenny tries to center for Taylor. Hits a skate and goes back to the corner. Now it's loose. Detling skates in. Detling shoots. Goaltender gloves it. And Taylor getting involved in some after whistle activity in front of the net. 13-14. So, Joey, if you're joining late, we're up 1-0 on a goal by the Rig. And Taylor, Yenny, Detling are going to stay. With Zivy and Kiesel in the backyard. Taylor loses that draw. Jackets to the corner. Around the backside, Desai pokes it in front. Or no, that was Detling poked it in front. Now here it comes up the near wall. Kiesel shoulders that player into the wall twice. Leaves it for Taylor. Taylor picks it up there. Taylor skating with Detling ahead. Taylor puts it ahead. Too far for Detling. In around behind. Goaltender's going to pick it up. But not before an icing, as Taylor had not cleared the red line when she dumped it. So we will come back here. Claherty, King, Pilarski, Zivy, Kiesel. Come to the near dot for this draw. As Pilarski skates in to take it. Jackets pull it back to the near point. They send it across all the way to the far wall, where Zivkovic whacks at it, sends it down, and that's going to be an icing. 12:33. Back the other way. Tina, that character at 203,000 miles is how you extracted all of the value from it. No shade here. It had a hard life. A lot of hockey, a lot of food, a lot of crumbs. Shot from the far point, knocked down by Kiesel. Pilarski up the near wall. Pilarski up ahead, too far for Claherty. They're battling it into the zone. They're battling below us at the blue line. And this one comes down the wall. Pilarski can't get a stick on it. I was telling Tina, my car's 14 months is 22,000 miles on it. I'm getting itchy already. She kept her so long it became a member of the family. This one comes into the near point. Desai around the back. No, she hit the reverse, coming up the near wall. Put it ahead. I can't see who's down there. Lost it to a Jacket. Shot. Kanachi saw it last minute. They shot from point-blank range at an open net and went high. So... going to get a change in personnel here. It'll be Schuler and Dull. And bar fight, Rig and Makasenka coming out. Tina, there was like a whole ecosystem living in that van towards the end. There were crumbs with mold spores on them older than one of your kids, I think. As this one comes over to the far point, now they battle it lower in front of Kanachi. Makasenka chips it but can't knock it out. And here comes down the near wall. Bar fight whacks at it. Makasenka spins, can't get a stick on it. She pushes it lower. Now the rig will pick it up. Here comes the rig. Makasenka breaking. She tried to put it through to her. The pass got tipped. And this one comes over to the far wall. And now the Jackets, as Schuler steps in front of that player and stops the rush. They go to the wall. Bar fight in there battling. You know she's digging hard. Schuler spinning. And guess who comes out of there with it? The bar fight. Up the wall to Makasenka. Makasenka stops, turns, pivots, sends it across to the bar fight. Bar fight can't handle it coming down the near wall. And the rig over skates, and now they come back the other way. They dance around. Dahl shot, miss far wall into the near corner. And this one goes all the way back down. They're going to wave off the icing. The stories that van could tell. Up the near wall. Many a smelly hockey player rode home from games and tournaments in that van. Dahl, down the far wall, stops, turns, spins, throws it deeper. They were going to change, and it was going to create an offside. So second period's the period of the tricky change as Taylor, Detling, and Yenny come out here with Schuler and Zivy. Schuler stuck. Zivy's changed, and Schuler got stuck out here. As Taylor bangs it ahead to Yenny. Yenny bangs it ahead to a Jacket. Now Detling will pick it up. Now Taylor. They should let Schuler get off. Taylor puts it over to the near wall. Detling. You see Schuler heading to the bench as Kiesel jumps out to join Zivy. They put it low. They battle in the corner. Jackets. Now they push it up the near wall. Back to neutral Zivkovic. Zivkovic will pick it up there. Chip it ahead. Turns it over to a Jacket. Kiesel cleans it up. Kiesel stops, turns, spins. Looks up, hits Yenny in neutral. Yenny drops it off, but nobody there but Jackets. Over to the near wall, 9:30. Up the wall. Too far, and Jackets cut it off at the blue line. Gain the line over to the far point. Lots of room. Zivkovic blocked that pass. Pilarski knocks it down to Detling. Detling back, and two Jackets have it. Send it up and in. Around behind Kanachi. Zivkovic picks it up there. Zivkovic up the wall for Yenny. Yenny tips it, but not out. Jackets deeper. Zivkovic. Around the backside. Kiesel. Kiesel up the near wall. Pilarski. Pilarski dangerously close to Kanachi. Up for Detling. Detling sends it ahead, but the Jackets pick it up, come back the other way. Loose at the high slot. Shot! That hit Kanachi's lumbar and went in, top left corner. Kiesel never got a chance to get out there and provide a challenge. High slot goal from the Jackets. And it's 1-1. Sunburn! Schilling wants to say hi. Wave to Schilling. There's Sunburn, Schill. She's saying hi to you. She's home on fall break from the Ohio State University. Kinger, Clawhardy, Pilarski come out here with Swiss Army Niner and Desai. As this draw goes over to the far wall, Stripes out of the way. Desai banks it into neutral. They take it away from Pilarski. Swiss Army Niner. Up the wall, out. Pilarski can't get it ahead to Clawhardy. They battle there. Jackets come out of there with it. Up, back to center. Down the near wall. Now Kinger chips it ahead, out, not far. Jackets pick it back up, send it back in. Swiss Army Niner goes around behind. Drops it off back there, and Desai has to loop back. Up the wall, Jackets. Now lower. They chip it in, knocked down by Pilarski. Desai leaves it for Pilarski. Pilarski behind Kanachi. Pilarski tried to hit the reverse, didn't work. Kinger battling. Loose! Point blank range. Kanachi with a save. Clawhardy, they chop. It's loose in the slot. Kinger's going to swipe that out of there. Here comes Kinger up the far wall. Kinger, red line dump. Nobody back there but the goalie. Clawhardy gets back there. Picks it up, chips it around, and goes all the way around to the side. Bar fight out here. Trying to get this line changed, and it's hard to do in this period. Kinger out. Here comes the rig. Clawhardy had a chance to head to the bench and chose not to. As hear the rig calling for it. You got Diamond tries to put it up to the rig. Rig puts it deeper behind. Clawhardy's going to have to go chase it, not before a Jacket gets there. Clawhardy's been out here forever. And now she's going to try to take it away. Rig in the corner. Rig centers, can't hit. Bar fight. And finally Clawhardy to the bench. Makasenka off. Jackets shot. Nothing as they miss to the far side on a tip. Kanachi covers that one up. 6:58. Schilling excited to see Sunburn. Down to the far circle for this draw in front of Kanachi. Barfight puts it in the corner. Dull. Up to the Rig. Rig up to Makasenka. Makasenka up the far wall. Makasenka skating. Diamond open. Makasenka shoots. Goaltender struggled a little bit with that one. Now she covers at 6:42. We're going to get a change of the front end here. Detling, Yenny, and Taylor come out. As Taylor's going to take this draw. This one comes over to the far wall. Dahl can't handle it. They poke it by her. Schuler can't stop that player. Schuler had her stick. I'm not sure how that's not a penalty. Breakaway. Kanachi with a nice save there. I was watching the action behind the play as Schuler grabbed the Jacket's stick coming down the far wall. No call on that, but that Jacket kicked it ahead and it turned into a breakaway. Kanachi bailed them out. So we'll change out Schuler and Dahl for Zivi and Kiesel. Get a draw here to Kanachi's right. The left on your screen. At the truck stop, the ballroom, the Shriners event, or wherever you're watching the game. Detling with a shot, missed badly to the far side. Yenny doesn't get there. Comes out to Zivi. Zivi chips it in front. Missed to the near side. This one goes in the corner. Jackets up the wall. Kiesel retreats. Positions to push this player to the corner. We get a shot. Missed everything on a tip. Another shot tipped. Kiesel will pick this one up. Here comes Kiesel. Kiesel with some room. Tips it ahead to Detling. Detling down the near wall. Shoots. Misses near side. Goaltender gloves it. And we get a whistle. 5:54. Near wall. Claherty, Pilarski, Kinger, Kiesel, and Zivi. As we're going to take this draw here. Pilarski goes to the end wall. Jackets pick it up there. Send it around. Zivi cheats in, sends it around behind for Kinger. Kinger out front, gets it to Claherty. Claherty with a little bit of room, shoots, misses the net. Pilarski corner. Pilarski. Leaves it for Kiesel. Kiesel centers it. They tip it by Zivi. Kiesel cheats it, tracks it down, loses it. Here they come down the near wall. Into the high slot. Shot. Loose in front. Tipped. Over to the far wall. Pilarski. Up too far. Not far enough, rather, for Claherty. They send it in deeper. Around the backside, Jackets. Jackets pick it up there. Send it into the slot. Now back to the high point. Now low. They battle into the corner. And it's still in the corner. Now out to the high point. Still at the high point. Send it lower into the corner. We can't see the action. Now back to the point. Now lower again around behind the net, Jackets. They try to center, cut off, and tipped away all the way down. And that's going to get on the crease. No icing. Loose. Jackets collided on this change. They send it up, center ice. This one comes back. Swiss Army Niner. Tried to poke it ahead of the Rig, couldn't. Desai around the backside, up the wall. Rig going to go skate in. Can't see it. Claherty battling. Claherty's consistently the last one on this line to get off. This bar fight battles, she just extends these shifts, and I don't know if that's an asset or a liability. Shot far point, blocked by the Rig to the end wall. Niner battling up the wall to the near point. Another shot blocked by the Rig, out to Claherty. Claherty dumps it. Now she'll finally head off. Goaltender covers. Stripes wanted her to play it. She had a different idea. 3:54. And go to the far circle for this draw. Stevens, Makasenka, Barfight, Desai, and Mrazek. So we got all the nicknames out here. Swiss Army, Barfight, and the Rig. Rig's going to take this draw. Rig sends it over to Makasenka up the wall to the Rig, all the way out to Desai. Desai down to the Rig. Rig Leaves it for Makasenka. Makasenka back to the rig. Rig to Diamond. Diamond puts it through the goal mouth over to the near wall. And we got a glove on the ice back there. It's the bar fights. Here come the Jackets up the near wall. Jackets near point. They leave it. They send it around the backside now. All the way around to the far point where Barfight's going to send it up the wall, but not out. Jackets lower. The side leaves it. Swiss Army Niner picks it up there. She sends it up the wall. Stevens there. Can't see it. It ends up lower. Now up the wall. Near point shot. Knocked down as the rig tries to battle through. Barfight. Now they put it in front. Kanachi denies that with the paddle. Loose around the backside. You got Barfight sending it up the wall. Cannot get it out. Near point. Now lower into the corner. Near point again. And now Niner's going to clear it all the way down. And that will be on icing. 2:47. Back to the near point for this one. Or near circle, rather, for this one. Yenny, Taylor, Detling, Schuler, and Dull for this draw in the near circle. Taylor going to step in and take this one. She does. Goes to the corner. We can't see. They battle around behind. They're beating, they're banging, they're whacking. Up the wall. They lose it there. Jackets near point. They send it lower. Jackets. Through the goal mouth. No, Schuler knocked that down. Around behind. Jackets leave it. They pick it up there. They're just beating us to the open pucks right now. This one comes into the near point. Jackets loose. Shoot off the side of the net. Just missed the inside post. Yenny battling. Yenny picks it up. Yenny up. Cannot get it to Detling. Jackets. Offsides. 2:05. I'm going to go to the dot in front of the Columbus bench for this one. Kiesel, Zivy, Clardy, Pilarski, Kinger. This line hasn't done much for a while. It's more than time. Clardy whips it across, or Zivkovic whipped it across, but not to Kinger as the Jackets battle for it. Now comes off King's skates. Back to Zivkovic. Zivkovic back to Kiesel. Kiesel up for Clardy. Clardy sends it to a Jacket. They battle it up the wall. It comes out. Pilarski has to wait for Clardy to clear. Does. Loses it on the blue line. Puck back out to neutral. Kiesel retreats. Sends this player to the corner, but they come aggressive on her into the center. Now they have it near point. Shot knocked down by Kiesel. It's loose in the zone. Dogs barking. Over to the far point. Shot knocked down by Kiesel again. Shot. Missed everything far side. Up to the near point. Kiesel with 2 blocks. Loose all the way across to the far side. Far point. Cheating in. Skating low. Stopping. Reversing. Back out to the far point. Now near point. Off a skate. Into the corner. Kinger whacks at it. It's loose. Kinger picks it up. Kinger chips it out. All the way back. And that will be an icing. 56-4 here in the arena. Back to this near circle bar fight rig, and Makasenka jump over the wall. Joining Schuler and Dull. As Barfight's going to take this draw. Barfight. Rig over skates it. On the dot, over to the corner now. Barfight battling below. They have it loose. It comes across the goal mouth. Makasenka picks it up. Makasenka up to the rig. Rig tips it ahead. Back to neutral. Jackets. D to D. Now up the near wall. Around. They spin. Near point. Out to the far point. Makasenka's going to get there. Can't chip it out, though. Now she'll regain. Stops. Looks up. Can't hit the rig. Barfight will not get there. And Schuler picks it up. No. Turns it over to a Jacket. With 18 to go. Rig battling on the wall. They send it lower. Offsides, they wave it off. They tagged up. Dull up the wall. Barely knocks it out as it gets tipped by Jacket. Dull with a shoulder. Back to neutral with 3-2. Back to neutral. Period. Over. We played 2. It's 1-1. We'll be back for period number 3. Period number 3. Pilarski, Yanni, and Kinger. They pulled. It looks like they pulled Clardy back off that line, trying to shake it up a little bit. This one comes over to the near wall. Jackets chip it up. This one comes back to neutral. Jackets down the near wall. Kiesel chops at it. Zivkovic picks it up, sends it ahead to Kinger. Kinger tried to get it to Yanni, couldn't. They send it back to neutral, where Kiesel's going to pick it up. Battle to the wall. Lose the puck. Far circle. Shot. Big Ben again on the crossbar. Kanachi pats it. Say thank you. And here comes Kinger. Kinger one-on-one. Jacket catching up to her. Kinger tries to drag through 800 feet. Gets tackled. And that looked like the Clawhardy toe drag, which didn't work for Kinger either. This one up the far wall. Tipped low. Swiss Army Niner going to go pick it up now. Clawhardy out here with Yenny and King. We'll see who comes out through the whole change. Is this one over to Clawhardy. Clawhardy in. Clawhardy never gets the shot off. Puck to the end wall as Makasenka comes out for Yenny. And now it's Taylor. So Taylor, Makasenka, and Clawhardy, as Tyndall has jumbled up all the lines, which means we're going to have Detling, Barfight, and Stevens. So he's jumbled up all the lines here, trying to get something going. As puck still loose near wall. Taylor shoots, and high blooper to the far corner. As this one comes out to the point. Swiss Army Niner clears it across to Desai. Desai up the wall. Battles it a little bit lower. Makasenka pushes it to the corner. And now they push it around the backside, where the Jackets pick it up behind their goaltender up the far wall. Barfight skates in with it. Barfight around back for Makasenka. Makasenka tries to get it through to Taylor. Can't. Taylor in the corner. Taylor puts it in front. Barfight beating, banging, whacking, chipping. And just didn't get a lot on it heading into the net with 13:49. And Detling and Rigg come out here to join Barfight with Dahl and Schuler. So they've jumbled up all the lines here, trying to get something going. Barfight's going to take this draw. She puts it over to the Rigg out to Schuler. Schuler throws it to the far corner. Barfight off the side of the net. Up past Detling to Dahl. Dahl loses it on the wall. Jackets, no. Sends it lower to the Rigg. Rigg centered. Barfight couldn't handle it. Schuler far wall. Schuler whacks at it. Hits a Jacket up high. That Jacket's going to head to the bench, I would imagine. No. Yes, she does. Now back to Dahl. Dahl to Schuler. Schuler bumbling with it. Up the wall, sends it lower. She got it stuck in her feet there for a second. Now the Jackets have it behind their goaltender. Up, Rig can't knock that down. Pilarski will skate in. Pilarski as the Rig heads to the bench. Pilarski near corner. Pilarski tries to throw it in front. Nobody there but a Jacket. As Yanni comes on, skate around her. Here come the Jackets up the near wall. Jackets around Schuler. In, shoot. Kanachi with a nice save. Puck loose, Dahl. Dahl's going to pick this up. Here she comes. Dahl still skating with it. Dahl still skating with it. Dahl around the backside, still skating. Leaves it for Yanni. Yanni can't do anything with it. And here comes up the near wall with the Jackets. Jackets up ahead to Pilarski. Pilarski stops, turns. Dahl throws it back. And it's in behind. Goaltender's going to pick it up there. Jackets send it up the wall. Pilarski knocks that down. Pilarski can't whack it deeper as now Kiesel. Kiesel tipped. Jackets send it ahead. Pilarski will throw it in, and Kinger's going to go track it down. Kinger. Try to center to Pilarski. Got shouldered off the puck. Pilarski sends it in front. Yanni was out of position, and now it goes into the near corner. Jackets knock it ahead, and here they come. Jackets, far wall. Shoot around Kiesel. Kanachi with a save. Kiesel in behind, up the near wall now. Here comes Kiesel with speed and room. Kiesel 1-on-2. Kiesel gets a shot off. Goaltender tried to get a glove on it, couldn't. Kiesel sends it in front. Yanni didn't have her stick down. This one comes loose. Taylor in her feet. Claherty whacks at it. Claherty lower to Yanni. Yanni bumbles it to the corner. Up the wall to Taylor. Jackets send it across. Here they come. Back down the far wall. Kiesel gets enough in there to disturb the shot. Loose puck, and they bang it in behind Kanachi. Puck was loose. Back door was half open, and they chip it by Kanachi. Nobody back there clearing off the doorstep. And it's now 2-0. Girls are flat. Just no effort today. Not sure why that is. They haven't played since last weekend, but they are flat this morning. Barfight, Stevens, Detling, and Niner and Desai. As Detling comes through, tries to knock it away, can't. Barfight beating, banging, whacking. Jackets tip it back. Barfight battling over on the wall. Barfight still battling. Rig puts a stick in there, separates a player. Desai over to Niner. Niner going to skate with it. Niner, far wall, throws it on net. Goaltender had a little trouble with it in behind Detling. Over to the near wall. Battling in the corner now. Rig skates over. Desai comes out of there with it. Desai throws it. Blocked by a Jacket who comes the other way. Niner trying to catch up. Jacket, good speed. Dragged it across. Shot. Kanachi directs that to the far corner. Desai can't chip it by that player. Now Barfight will chip it up. Rig can't get a stick on it. Now Detling. Detling up to the Rig. Rig can't hold. Oh, she does. She sends it deeper. Heads to the bench. Jackets. Jackets send it up to the near wall. Shot. Kanachi gloves it. Goaltender. They wanted her to play it. She doesn't. 10-11 to go. 2-1 Jackets. Near circle. Pilarski, Yenny, Kinger, Schuler, and Dahl out here. Now we got a person at the house. It must be a delivery. This one comes over to the near wall. Dahl stops, turns. This one comes up the wall. The chipping, the beating, the banging. Now they send it up the wall. This one comes all the way across. Jackets are going to get there. Pilarski overskates. King ships it back to Schuler. Schuler again. Schuler loses it. Now King back to Dahl. Dahl up. They send it around and comes all the way around now behind Kanachi. 9:22 to go. This one coming up the near wall. Now they're battling in the corner. Can't see it. Continue to battle in that corner. They come out of there with it up to the far point. High slot shot. Knocked down by King. Here comes King on a breakaway. Izzy King down the far wall. King shoots. Low. Save goaltender near side. She was being chased, and she shot early rather than get in deeper. So it comes all the way back to Clawherty. Clawherty catching him in a change. Clawherty down the near wall, backhand. Clawherty still skating. Clawherty making laps. Clawherty throws it deeper after skating a lap. No offensive chance there. Now the Jackets poke it up the near wall. They continue to battle it. Can't get it low. Jackets will have it. Flip it up. Back to neutral. They wave it off on a tip by Zivkovic. Kiesel. Kiesel tips it up to Taylor. Taylor, Makasenka, and Clawherty. Clawherty can't handle the pass. Here comes over to the far wall. They chip it up. Makasenka knocked it down. Kiesel. Kiesel up to Makasenka. Makasenka skating in with it. Makasenka didn't get much on that one. And goes over to the far circle. They chip it up the wall. Kiesel holds. Sends it deeper, but the Jackets are going to pick it up there. Come up the far wall. Clawherty swipes at it. Pulls a player down. No call. The stick created the trip. No call. 7:40. Clawherty up the near wall. Clawherty. Clawherty. Shot blocked. Goaltender with the cover. And 7:33 here in the arena. We'll get a stoppage. Go over to the far circle. One of my partners from Deloitte's here picking up a bottle of whiskey from a hockey trip that I picked up for him, and he's here for a barn burner. We look terrible. His kid played with Lemieux's kid back in the early days before Penn's Elite was Penn's Elite. As this one goes down. Barfight battles it. Barfight's still battling over there on the wall. This one now back to the Jackets. Jackets ahead past Desai. Chase it into the corner. Jackets are going to pick it up there. Desai stops, turns. She falls into Kanachi. Barfight in the corner. Barfight looking up, puts it up the wall. Rigg picks it up. Rigg up to Detling. Detling. Rigg trailing. Detling. Rigg still trailing. Past it, but not to the Rigg. Detling gets a stick on it. And now here they come the other way. Jackets. Up the near wall. Shot. Kanachi covers that up. We'll get a stoppage with 6:41 into the near corner for this draw. Pilarski, Kinger, and Yenny. Schuler and Dahl. Schuler skates out with it. Schuler dumps it. Jackets are going to get there first. Up the wall. Dahl's going to hold it, send it deeper. Pilarski back there, battling up the wall. Jacket takes it from her, brings it up the near wall. Loose in front. Pilarski stops, leaves it for Kinger. Kinger can't get a shot off. Over to the point, over to the far corner, rather. Now Kinger. Kinger can't get the shot through. Pilarski centers. Yenny couldn't get a stick down. Kinger had an open net, couldn't do anything with it. Pilarski or Yenny beating and banging. They're still beating and banging. Still beating and banging. Jackets come out of there with it. Chip it up past Schuler. She's going to retreat. Back to neutral. Schuler over to Dahl. Schuler falls down. They lose the puck here in front of me. They're battling below me. Kinger sends it up ahead, and Columbus goes D to D. And now they come up the far wall. Kinger takes it away. Kinger up to Yenny. Yenny battling down the far wall as the rest of the team heads for a change. We get Clawherty and Taylor out here. Yenny's going to go off. That'll get Makasenka out. Taylor looking up. Can't hit Clawherty. Now the Jackets come back the other way as they get behind Kiesel. Now they get around Zivvy. Shot. Kanachi gloves it. And holds it against her body for the draw. We'll do it again here in the near circle. As Jackets making a change. Draw here. Goes in the corner. Zivkovic battling. Jackets off the side of the net. Kanachi can't get a piece of equipment on it. Now around behind. Jackets still have it. Now behind. They put it up off Kanachi's stick. It's loose in front. Still loose. Kanachi covers it. And we're going to get a whistle. 4:50 here in the arena. We're taking it all the way down. Not sure why they're coming all the way down. Not sure why they're coming all the way down, but Schmitty tells me it was a high stick. So they're coming down here on a high stick. Clardy, Taylor, Makasenka, Zivy, and Kiesel. Taylor puts it out to Kiesel, but too much pressure, not a good pass. And now it goes back to Taylor. Taylor leaves it for Clardy. Clardy tips it, but can't follow it. Now they go the other way. Tip it by everybody all the way down, and that will be an icing. 4:31 back this way. Rigg, Detling, bar fight. Kiesel and Zivy. Rigg takes this draw. Jackets draw to the corner. Rigg tips it deeper. Rigg puts it to bar fight. Bar fight battling back there. Rigg skates in. They push it up the wall. Zivy needs to retreat. Here they come up the near wall. Past everybody. And they wanted the icing. Stripes didn't call it. Kiesel up to the Rigg. Rigg up too far for Detling. Comes out, back. Up the near wall. This one comes into neutral, and Kiesel picks it up there. Up the near wall. Into the corner now. Now up the wall. Going to retreat as Kiesel skates. Kiesel dumps. Going to head for a defensive change. All the way around, and Barfight has to step up. Can't. Now they skate by the Rigg. Rigg gets it. Here she comes with room. Rigg tried to dump it, ended up hitting her right in the chest. Here come the puck up the near wall. Desai pushes that player to the corner. She still has it loose, near slot, shot. Niner got a stick down and prevented that shot. Yenny up off of Kiesel's back, but not out. Niner chips it up and out. Pilarski pushes off, can't catch up to it. Now she will, down in the near corner. 3:13 to go. Centers, too far for King as Pilarski got leveled back there. She's up, but it's going to create a situation where it takes a while for her to get out. Desai stops, turns, spins, leaves it for Niner. Niner under heavy pressure, battling it up the wall. Jackets throw it deeper. Desai around the backside. Desai up the wall. Mrazek battling in the corner. Desai's down there too. Got a player in behind Pilarski. Really need to move her out of there as it comes into the center. Now Kinger can't handle it, over to the far corner. Up the wall to the far point. Far point shot. Missed everything near side. 2:29 to go. Oh, I didn't start the clock. We'll have to fix that at the next break. Around behind. I'm at 2:08. We'll get caught up here when they get there. Yenny up the wall, loses the puck. Jackets back the other way. Now Yenny. Yenny beats, bangs, doesn't knock it far. Now it goes deeper. Now the clock's back in sync, and this game is painful. Jackets up the near wall. Our girls putting in no effort today. Skate around Dahl up the near wall. Chip it in on Kanachi. She pokes it over to the far corner. Minute 56. Let's just get this one over with. Around behind to Schuler. Schuler can't clear. Past Schuler now, Clardy. Clardy up the wall with Taylor. And Makasenka. Clardy. She's going to skate. Clardy. I bet she's going behind. No, she's not. Clardy bangs it by the goalie. And it's 2-2. Goalie initially made the save, and the puck kept bouncing and went in, and it's 2-2. And maybe we steal a tie here, because the effort certainly doesn't even justify that result. But we'll take it. These Jackets got to be upset with that, because they are outplaying us 80-20 in effort right now. Kinger, Barfight, Clardy, Dahl, and Schuler. As this one comes through. Over to the far point. They chip it by Clardy up the neutral. Now Clardy's going to pick it up. She gets pulled down. We're getting a penalty here. And with 1:25 to go, we're going to go on the power play. Clardy, Kinger, Pilarski, Kiesel, and Zivy. Maybe think the rig for a slapper here, but Tyndall's looking at this differently. We need one of those wicked slap shots, but he's not going to give her the chance. As 1:25. They skate out. Clardy picks it up out to the point to Zivkovic. Zivkovic had a look, didn't take it. Across to Kiesel. Kiesel tipped into the far corner. Pilarski. Heavy pressure out to Kiesel. Kiesel settles down a bouncing puck over to Zivy. Zivy has room. Waited. Goaltender gloves it. She had lots of room early and hesitated. And as a result, didn't have as much room as she thought. So now we'll go to the near circle again. 1:04. Out to the point, Zivy. Zivy can't handle it. It bounces back, Kiesel. Kiesel gets it stuck in her feet. Now Pilarski. Kiesel pulled the girl down. Pilarski up the near wall. Pilarski throws it in front. Nobody there. King out to Kiesel. Kiesel over to Zivy. Zivy had room. Waited. Zivy tried to center. Kiesel can't hold it. 38 seconds to go. Kiesel. Cross for Clardy. Clardy near wall. Clardy shoots. Misses everything high to the far side. Kiesel is not going to get there. Kiesel turned it over, and this is going to turn into a terrible breakaway. And you cannot make that turnover. Just a terrible turnover. Leads to a goal as Kiesel hands it to him on the blue line. And it is now 3-2 on a shorty by the Jackets. And just a bad turnover there. Not much more you could say. But honestly, with the effort our girls have had, including that, that's where the result of this game should be right now. Stevens, Barfight, Taylor, Schuler, and Dahl. We got 19.7 in the arena. Jackets tip it up the wall. And we're on the power play, and it's in our end with 14 seconds to go. Rigg skating. Rigg up for Dahl. Dahl up the near wall with 5 to go. Shot. Goaltender gloves it, sets it down, covers it. 1.5 here in the arena. We'll get a draw, and you can't do much with 1.5. So this one's going to end in defeat for your Selects. Based on the effort, that's the result they should get. Bad turnover late leads to the final Columbus goal, and you just can't do that with these Tier 1 teams, as they're going to let Dahl try to put it in front. It's not going to work. I'll bring you the handshake. Get over the YouTube delay. We've got this team later tonight at Barrel. As always, thanks for watching Wicked Slapshot Productions. We'll see you this evening.